Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Explain This. You name it, we explain it. Of course, I'm with the star of the show, Robin Riddle. And today's a really special one for both of us because I know how interested and seriously we take exercise and nutrition. So today we're going to explain diet and exercise, guys. So Robin, I'm going to let you take it away. How do you look at diet and exercise?
Okay. So to preface, this is a kind of a general overview for the person who has been just kind of slacking off on things, maybe not getting to the gym the way they should be, maybe not eating quite right. I get a lot more specific when it's somebody who has a definite underlying issue.
Right.
So this is general overview. So the biggest mistake that I see people make is try to push it super, super hard in the gym and cut their calories really low. Thinking like, if I just basically starve myself to death, I'm going to lose weight. And initially you will. And then your body says, I'm starving to death.
Right.
Shuts your metabolism down and you will actually start to store more fat and your body will actually start to eat your muscle. So you're completely working against everything that you're working for.
That would be that'd be so frustrating.
Yeah.
Because I know there's so many people watching who, they feel like they're doing all the right things and yet they're getting opposite results of what they're wanting. So what I'm hearing you say is when we talk about diet and exercise, people can go to the extremes on both calorie cutting and exercise.
Yeah.
And it work against them.
Yeah. I see people, I'm going to do an hour of cardio a day. I'm going to weight lift for 45 minutes and I'm only going to eat 1,000 calories. First of all, you're going to feel awful. You're not going to have the energy to do that. But then they start, complaining like, I'm not seeing definition. Why am I not seeing gains? Why am I not seeing muscle? Well, because you're not feeding your body. Your body's a machine. You can't expect your car to run without putting gasoline in it.
Okay.
Food is your gasoline. You have to have enough there without having an excess. So how do we figure that out?
Yep.
If you have a lovely Apple Watch, which I love using mine to track, that your health app will tell you everything you're burning every day.
Okay.
So basic calculation, you take your BMR, which is your base metabolic rate. That's the amount of calories that you burn every single day just to live. If you laid in the bed all day long, did nothing for your heart to beat, lungs to breathe, that's what it takes your body to live.
Okay.
Also known as your resting energy. Then you add to that your active energy. So to give you nice round numbers, I'll give you mine. My BMR is 1,600. So I burn 1,600 calories a day baseline.
That's high, right?
Yeah, that's pretty high.
That means you got a high metabolism.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And men's tends to be a lot higher than that. Average for women's 1,300 or 1,400.
Okay.
My daily energy expenditure, let's say, is 400. We'll say my workouts are 400. So that puts me to 2,000 calories total.
Okay.
Okay.
That you're burning.
That I'm burning every single day. That's known as your total daily energy expenditure. So we have BMR, base metabolic rate, plus active energy equals your total daily energy expenditure.
Okay.
So for what I do every single day, I burn around 2,000 calories doing it.
Okay.
To gain weight, if I want to put muscle on, if I wanted to bulk up, I want to, get all big and strong, I'm going to have to eat more than what I'm burning.
Okay. Is there a number above?
Typically about 200 calories above. So
Okay.
I would have to try to get in 2,200 calories a day. It's a lot of food. Let's just be honest. If I want to maintain exactly as I am, I need to eat about 2,000 calories a day.
Okay.
If I want to lose weight, I need to cut between 300 to 500 calories. 500 calories maximum.
So how do you fit in, the whole notion of, a calorie, because there's different types of calories.
Mm-hmm.
So what sort of calories are you encouraging people to consume depending on what their goals are?
So it depends on what your goals are. I tend, because of what I do exercise-wise, I tend to eat higher protein, moderate carbohydrate.
Okay.
Because my goal is muscle.
Got it.
My goal is not necessarily dropping weight. For somebody who's really looking to drop weight, moderate protein, moderate fat, lower carbohydrate. Those are called your macros.
Okay.
So there's a calculation that we do that can tell you what percentage of your food should be for each macro.
Got it.
The whole goal of any sort of diet plan is for that just to become how you eat. I tell people all the time, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. You won't maintain it if it's a diet. If it's a lifestyle change and that's the way that you just are, then that's going to be maintainable weight changes. I always tell people, try not to eat out of packages. Try to meal prep, fresh, organic, lots of fruits and veggies, things like that. So in doing that, you tend to just be making healthier choices for those calories.
Do you tell people to track it through like an iPhone watch? Like that's how you're counting your calories?
Initially, yes.
Okay.
2 to 3 weeks. It drives you nuts to track every single thing that you eat. But I have people tell me all the time, oh yeah, I'm way meeting my goals, or I'm overeating. And when they actually track, you're not eating half of what you think you're eating.
Right.
So you track for a couple of weeks to get a good idea of what each meal actually is. Because when you're eating healthy, it's a lot more food to get all of that in.
Yes.
When it's healthy food. You know, if you go out to eat one night and you have a cheat meal, you could easily get 1,200 calories in a cheat meal. But in general everyday life, it's more food than you think when you're eating healthy.
So what are you telling somebody who, exercise is kind of new to them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're I think a lot of people take exercise as, okay, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to hop on the bike, or I'm going to get on the treadmill, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen it every day, I'm assuming, that's where people are gaining weight.
Yeah.
They're spending an hour on the treadmill. What sort of exercise are you encouraging people to do as a good way to start if they're wanting to lose weight?
I love a combination of cardio and weightlifting. I see people who only want to lift weights. They never want to go on to cardio. And I tend to see more women who think, I just need to push cardio, and I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to get big and bulky.
Right.
The size you get is all about what you're doing. You have to work hard as a woman to get big and bulky. Lifting weights is not going to do that to you.
So that's like people are assuming that, and it's just not true.
That's not true.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Weight lifting, doing some sort of resistance training activates your muscles, and your muscles burn more fat for you. So the more muscle that you have, the more fat that you burn.
Yes.
So you have to build that muscle. Straight cardio, it's just you're not going to get there.
Right.
So I encourage everybody to do a combination of a little bit of each. And if you're new to the gym, 20 minutes of incline walking on the treadmill. You do not have to go out and run. Let's be honest, I hate running. I run the occasional 5K with my husband because he loves to run, and so
I love that
die.
he loves to run.
Oh yeah, I die
really
the
do.
whole time. He runs backwards and is making fun of me. No, he supports me. But the whole time he's like, "Okay, come on, seriously." Well, I'm back there like, I am dying right now.
I hate this.
Yes, that's my life. But I do incline walking every day.
Okay.
And so just up the resistance, push your incline up, and 20 minutes of that.
You're trying to get your heart rate to a certain point when you're doing cardio, or?
Typically, there's a calculation. I think it's 200 minus your age is where you want your heart rate to be.
Okay.
So you want to get a consistently good elevated heart rate because that's where you're going to burn.
Right.
20 minutes of that, 20 minutes of weightlifting. You do not have to be in the gym for hours.
You don't.
And get just some light weights going. You want to do enough that you're activating things. But the critical piece is diet. You
Yep.
have to be eating enough food. So if you are burning 2,000 calories a day and you are eating 1,000 calories a day, your body is going, what's going on? I can't maintain this. So you'll drop weight initially, and then you plateau, and then you just stop. And that's when you start seeing the softness come back, and you're putting on fat, and you don't understand why because you're barely eating anything and you feel awful.
So you've actually seen where people are consuming less calories than they're burning, and it's clear that they're gaining weight.
Yeah.
That has to be so frustrating.
Yeah. And so the mindset is, well, I need to eat less. I need to eat less. I need to exercise more. And it just compounds the problem. So something I love to do, there is a place called NutriShop. Shout out to NutriShop.
NutriShop. I love NutriShop. Yeah.
They have a machine called the InBody Assessment, and completely free assessment. I do this literally every 2 weeks because I'm obsessive about it. But you stand on a scale with bare feet, hold sensors in your hands, and it calculates your body fat percentage, total body skeletal muscle, total body fat in pounds, body water, everything. Looks at the whole composition of everything.
Okay.
And it's going to tell you what you're doing, what you're changing. So I encourage every patient to go get a baseline assessment, and all of them say, I don't want to know. I don't want to see myself on the scale. I'm like, I don't care, because you're going to be so happy when you look back and see the changes.
That's awesome.
Muscle weighs more than fat. So on a scale, you're not going to notice the changes. But I love when patients can come back and say, and I love seeing it for myself, like, hey, my muscle went up 2 pounds and I lost 3 pounds of fat. My number on the scale is exactly the same still. It hasn't moved, but my body composition has changed.
So does that, when you say body composition, my brain goes to waist size? So, like, do you see a correlation between that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when I tell people, like, okay, you haven't lost weight or maybe you've even gained weight, but have you noticed a difference in how your clothes fit?
Right.
Waist is getting looser, arms are getting tighter. You know, the places that you want things to fit different, they're fitting differently.
Super cool.
Yeah. So
I love that.
And NutriShop is great for helping people calculate their BMR
I didn't
and
know
their
they were doing
macros
that.
too. They do it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, check that out. There's so many resources out there.
Yep.
We've talked about the iPhone watch. We've talked about InBody what?
InBody Assessment at NutriShop.
InBody Assessment at
Come
NutriShop.
talk diet and nutrition with me. As you can tell, I love talking about it.
You'll most likely see Robin at NutriShop. She's getting her assessment weekly.
All the time.
Well, Robin, you have explained diet and exercise. I really appreciate this.
Absolutely.
Guys, if you came into this video frustrated, I hope you're ending this video less frustrated. Get to the gym, do it the right way, look at nutrition the right way, rewatch this video. There's a lot of valuable gems in there for you. We appreciate you guys watching this. Robin, I appreciate you. You name it, we explain it. We'll be back next time as always.
Don't go away.